Good evening, you wonderful people. Jessica here. And it's another 11:30 p.m. evening, and I am just getting to you. So it's going to become my new routine, I guess. I really hope not, because I like to be in bed a little bit earlier than this. But here goes nothing. I was thinking this evening about how often we ignore, avoid, or procrastinate on the most important things that we need to do. We've all heard of eating the big frog first and all of these things, and that's all great, right? We know what we're supposed to do, but how often do we do it? Or what? Even if we are doing that, right? Even if we have picked the top three things, we get through those three things, and then it's like, okay, what's next? It's really easy to go down that to-do list of just, oh, this will take 15 minutes, this is little, and get caught up in that mundane stuff that doesn't really matter. So, how do we turn that around? How do we take those things that we're avoiding that we know we need to do and get them done or make them happen, whether it's us doing it or not? And I think the most important part of that is recognizing when we're avoiding things. Because sometimes we get so caught up in the fact that we're like, oh, I have so many things going on, blah, 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 blah. We don't necessarily see it as avoiding. We just see it as, oh, this was a little bit more important, or oh, this, got my attention first, or oh, excuse, 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 excuse. The first thing we need to do is recognize that we're avoiding that thing. For me today, I know that I have this really amazing plan that I need to present to the schools for teachers. And I need to do it this week because school's pretty much it's out next week, I think. That's crazy. Back home in Connecticut, they go till at least mid-June. Here, it's like mid-May, everybody's gone. See you later. So I need to get on that. And I was trying to design something this evening, but I got so caught up in the details of trying to design this thing that I let so many other things come before that. I finished sorting through my email. I got back to a couple people. I created another document. Granted, I did need to create that document, and it was a little bit longer in the running of when I needed to. It was overdue. But I know that I need to do this immediately so I have something to bring with me, or at least something to send out, right? So, why didn't I do it? Well, I think we need to A, recognize that we're avoiding. B, we need to put it in our calendar. I'm going to do this, and this is when I'm going to do it, and tell somebody. Make sure you're accountable to it, because I know personally when I set up an appointment with myself, I'm least likely to maintain that appointment if nobody else is involved. So if you have to call a school and tell them you're going to be there, if you have to call a friend and tell them I'm going to this many schools today, or I'm going to make this many calls today, do that and check in with them afterwards to make sure that you actually did it. And the last thing is setting timers. I love timers. So if you know that you're going to get off focus or have a lot of other interruptions happening, set a 30-minute, a 90-minute, 25-minute, whatever you think you can focus on, more than 15 minutes, more than 20 minutes, and set the timer and don't let it turn off the phone, turn off the email notifications, block Facebook if you have to, do whatever you have to do to focus on that thing for that amount of time. So I challenge you to find the one thing that you're avoiding, recognize it, put it into your calendar, and then set some timers and see how much you can get done. I would love to hear your comments. If you know somebody that's an avoider, please share this, like it, so that they can get this information too. And if you have any questions, email me, jessica@toporganizing.com, or write a comment below or private message me. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great evening.